Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For today's Divinely Guided Rune reading, we have a new moon. We have Venus doing some nice things. So let's jump right on into it. And don't forget to check that description box down below for more Divinely Guided information for this week's rune reading. Let's get into it. Greetings, Aries, and welcome to your Divinely Guided Rune reading for this week. And I have already cleared the energetic space and shuffled all of your runes for this reading. And at the end of the reading, we will get a message of clarity from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck this week. So let's jump right on into it, Aries. What do we have in your energetic past? Now, we have Odin's rune. Odin's rune is that it's indicative of that patch over Odin's eye, something that is deliberately hidden from you or something that you already know. With this in the energetic past, we will certainly get a rune of clarity at the end of the reading for this message. But this is a good position to have this in. In your past, you already know what you've been through. I really do believe this is something that you already know. In your energetic now, we have Pertho. Now, Pertho is the gambler's cup. The gambler's cup is like the universe holding up its hands saying, look, take that leap. I got you. Let's do this stuff. Because this is like an initiation process. You enter into this energy knowing how it begins, kind of like a board game or a friendly competition or even a birth or like a pregnancy of some kind. Whichever the case is, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because this is something where we know how it begins. We have no idea how it'll end. We have a good idea, but this is like a lot of learning and initiation going through this energy as we take those twists and turns and make this energetic leap. So whatever you're into right now, Aries, the universe is saying you are divinely guided in making this gamble, right, with the gambler's cup there. In your energetic near future is Berkana. This is beautiful stuff. This is, you are throwing yourself into this beautiful beginning. Berkana is like birth, beginnings. So similar to like that pregnancy maybe, this is a beautiful birth or beginning. So that initiation process, right, that's leading you to that new beginning. You're throwing yourself all in from the unknown into something more known, more tangible, right? Something more that you can maybe put your words to that thought that you're having, right? Regardless, this is like the familial type of nurturing, like an empress type of energy. You already know how to create all these beautiful things and nurture them. So you're called to be in this favor in the beginning of this beautiful energy that you've been throwing yourself into and continuing it on in your very near future. So let's get a rune for the energetic influence of the now. In your energetic influence of the now, we have Lagus. This is the divine feminine's rune. This is like being near water or dousing with water, scrying, healing your intuition, healing that emotional creation center. This is that divine feminine work where it is literally those life-giving energies, the creation energies, the water, that source, that emotional flow, really healing a lot of that stuff. So through this divine beginning, you've thrown yourself into this beginning and nurtured it. Now you're called to be very emotionally in touch and also just be flowing like water, right? That's the good advice here as we know how this initiation process can be right now. A little bit rocky at sometimes, maybe just changing our mind. Regardless, it's a very big learning process into these new beginnings. So you're taking what you've learned in the now into your beginnings, and you're called to do this with emotional stability, with your intuitive work, right? With your divine downloads. This could even be calling you to go near a body of water or even view a body of water for a little while, because even doing that has a tremendous emotional uplifting aspect to it. So let's look at the now advice. Your now advice is in Yara. So Yara is an irreversible rune of harvest. This literally means year. It's creating beginnings and endings simultaneously. So through this very near future process here, you are simultaneously putting an end to whatever this was in your energetic past, but this is also an evaluation period, right? When we're harvesting, it's like that evaluation is still more into that learning process, but more into, you already know this initiation. You've begun this project or whatever this is. You've given this birth to this new energy, and you're using your intuition and your healed divine feminine in taking in account all of the lessons learned, right? Did I plant the right seed? Did I nurture it enough, right? Did I is the harvest that I'm reaping going to last me until the next time I need to plant? Right? So take that into your life, how it resonates. When you're beginning, you're planting seeds, right? So as we intuitively go along, we're also thinking about our harvest. So don't put the cart in front of the horse just yet. But this is the springtime where this is beginnings simultaneously making ends as well. So this isn't just the conclusion of a year. This is also the start of something new where you're really evaluating, learning, using your intuition in this evaluation and learning process where your skills are greatly heightened here, Aries, especially as Venus goes into Aries here on the 30th. It's a more softer energy, but in your sign, Aries, Venus is wanting to move forward with that fiery energy. And look at that. You have Kinas here in your most likely outcome. This is beautiful stuff. You see how Yara looks like two of these facing each other. So what Kinas is manifestation, that fire energy, the Pac-Man dot, always wanting to gobble up and keep moving forward, gobbling up those dots, right? And you want to do this too. This is trailblazing energy. This literally means the light or the lantern that's lighting the path for others, simultaneously lighting the path for yourself. So how this is with these two together, you've trailblazed, you've planted, you've done this before, right? You've done this, right? You've trailblazed by making that new beginning, right? So when we're harvesting, this is the reaping. So this is sowing and the reaping, or the beginning and the ending. And you're trailblazing, still going ahead with this knowledge that you've obtained. So this is also calling you to practice what you preach. Remember, the advice that we give to others, what we see in others is a reflection of what we also see in ourselves. So when we're giving advice to others, we should also be taking into consideration that advice that we gave, right? Or the help that we gave, or the healing that we gave. And in doing so, we're also assisting ourselves. A healer in every right goes a little bit back and forth with that shadow work, and that is always that path for you to practice what you preach. Regardless, Aries, you are in this big fire energy. You go from this water and intuition into this fire energy, more stepping into your own and really leading your tribe by example. So let's get a rune of clarity for Odin's rune here in your energetic past. In your energetic past, we will draw that rune of Theresis. Yeah, you were coming from this. Theresis is that swift action. That's that thorough action. Remember, that's Mjolnir. That's like Thor's hammer, making that lightning strike quickness and thorough action of either building, destroying, or protecting. Remember, hammer can do all three. And the choice is up to you. And whatever action you took has led you into this energetic leap. So you might have been thoroughly moving forward into whatever this is. You have that closure now, and you thoroughly concluded this energetic past to get yourself into that beautiful new beginning process. So in this very close evaluation and beginning type of period, when you're reflecting on the past here with Yara, remember that these actions that you took are your responsibility, right? And so is this beginning and nurturing of that energy. So don't beat yourself up over the actions that you've taken if you have a little bit of correction moving forward. And that's a very good thing to assess here with Yara, is if you did misstep, if you did maybe step on some toes here in your energetic past, you're throwing yourself into these new beginnings with your intuition and really learning how to move ahead in better, more constructive ways. All right, beautiful stuff here, Aries. Let's get a card of clarity from the Crystal Grid Oracle deck. And these are beautiful, beautiful messages. This is a really big deck, so some of these cards are going to be flying right out at us, but I'm going to take a singular card here. So Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Aries need to hear for this week with that new moon in Taurus on the 28th, on Monday. And then we have the beautiful Venus entering Aries on the 30th. All right, prophecy. This is the prophecy stone. Okay, so the prophecy stone is that stone in the middle, and you can look at this crystal grid. You can dwell on this crystal grid, take a screenshot of it, blow it up, keep it with you for this week, or you can try making your own crystal grid with prophecy stone here in the middle. So let's read a bit more about this card. All right, so this says that shamanic journeying to meet your future self can be an extremely beneficial tool to help you through current situations or to give you guidance on the next steps to take. Meditating with this card or the stone and asking for guidance to come to you will also be beneficial. Prophecy stones are very unique and mostly come from the White Desert in Egypt. They are pseudomorphs, or minerals that take form of other minerals. In this case, limonite and hematite take over the marcasite and pyrite structure, leaving the original shape intact, but forming with a new molecular structure. This is beautiful stuff, Aries. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.